You wouldn't think that heritage would be important for a Super Mini, but Ford clearly does. It's sold more than 12 million Fiestas in the UK since the Mark I arrived way back in 1976. And even though the latest version looks like it's been sent from the future, Ford has decided to keep the familiar name going. And it's not just the outside that looks futuristic, the inside does too. For instance, the car's cabin feels so modern that it makes some of its rivals feel like they were styled by the Victorians. But while the interior is striking and reasonably spacious, there's no clever seating like in the Honda Jazz or Nissan Note. And it's not actually quite as well built as a Vauxhall Corsa. While there's a nice chunky steering wheel and some soft Dutch materials here on the top of the dash, elsewhere some of the fit and finish is a little bit suspect. I mean, look at that. That's not really very good. And there's also some whole plastics. I mean, look at this. This is nasty, scratchy and brittle. And it's not really much better than what I used to have in my old Mark I Fiesta when I was a kid. Now let's just hope that this car's driving experience more than makes up for this. Ford has a reputation for building some fine handling cars. Now I tell you what, this Fiesta is absolutely no exception. Let's start with the ride, for example. It's so composed and smooth for a Super Mini. In fact, I've actually been in some executive cars that don't ride as well as this car. It's really quite impressive. The steering is excellent too. I mean, Ford have done a great job of making it light enough for it to be easy to navigate this car around town, which is what you want from a Super Mini. But it's also got enough weight and enough feedback. You can really enjoy this fine chassis, and it's so direct, this steering, that you just point it in any direction or at any corner and it just seems to go round. When the Fiesta goes on sale later this month, it'll be offered with 1.4 or 1.6 litre diesel engines. There will also be 3 petrols, a 1.25, a 1.4 and a 1.6 litre with 118 brake horsepower, which is exactly what this Zetec S model has. It can do 0 to 60 in 9.9 seconds and hit 120 miles an hour.
This engine's alright, but you absolutely have to rev the guts out of it if you want to go quickly. And really, it doesn't actually make the most of this car's fine chassis. What we want, Ford, is a turbocharged ST model.
Sadly, it doesn't look like there's going to be one. Ford claims the Zetec S model with its body kit, 16-inch alloys and rear spoiler is as sporty as the Fiesta will get. It costs £12,595, which actually seems like quite a lot, but this car does come packed with gadgets such as iPod connectivity and cruise control as standard. The entry-level 1.25 litre model, on the other hand, is a far more affordable £8,695, and that is actually less than the old Fiesta.
Yet this car is so much better and such a huge leap forward in almost every single way that it actually deserves a whole new name.
But if Ford had have called it something else, they would have been throwing away 32 years of the Fiesta name, and that would have been a shame.